Hey, we're emotional beings, which means that the way we operate, way we function is based on how we feel. Feelings honestly lead to the actions we take, and those things cycle back around to outcomes and things we have in life. So if you can't control your emotions, you'll find that you don't have control of your life. Today we're going to talk about the 5 things that you should imitate that are already in place of high emotionally intelligent people. It's rock and roll. Number 1, when it comes to emotional intelligence, you need to embrace change. Now, inherently, we are not built on change. Like there's basal parts of us that are just, they're honestly instinctual, where change scares us, right? When we were, running around in the pride lands, doing whatever we're doing, hunting animals, like if something changed, we didn't know what to expect or how it would work. There wasn't somewhere I could look at my phone and tell me the weather. So when the hail starts coming and lightning strikes, what's going on, right? The change was scary. On top of that, if something changed, whether it's the food or whatever went on, we had different effects to it. So we are not easily adaptable to change, but you have control, right? So the idea is embrace change, because here's the cool thing about it. Anything that's ever been great in your life came with a back end of change, right? Maybe you changed schools and met your love of your life, right? Maybe you changed your clothes and you didn't stink anymore, right? There's change that takes place, which is the cool parts of life. And if you can learn to embrace the perspective of what's on the back end of change, you'll be less fearful to pursue that next level, right? So embrace change and have this level of calm as you go into it. Number 2 is know your strengths and weaknesses, right? When you think about the things you're doing, if we judge ourselves by the strengths and weaknesses and only off our weaknesses, we're going to feel like we're not that great, not that good. And so what happens is my emotions get spiked because I'm feeling judged and I don't feel great. I don't feel confident. And so, right, because all I'm doing is I'm looking at just what I didn't do well. But if I know one of my strengths, I can lean into that more. I can feel more confident. I have better emotions, I can step forward the way I should. And most people don't actually want to see their strengths and weaknesses. And not so much the strengths, we don't like to see our weaknesses. We don't like the ego being poked. So we stay in denial. We protect our ego, but that limits our ability to improve in some space. So learning what is good and what is bad with your strengths and weaknesses is in fact an amazing way to pursue the next level of your life. And this is an emotional field, right? So touch base, tap into that. Number 3 is be self-confident and difficult to offend. You have to be, you got to put on like the kind of like the armor, right? I do these videos and I know people don't always like them. I've had people send me messages that are really weird. I had a guy say, hey man, you got a bad FM radio voice. I was like, bro, I don't care. Like, then don't listen, right? It's just kind of what it is. But the idea is you have to have confidence in what you're great at and you have to hold that, right? If somebody can poke you and take you down and offend you, man, you're going to have a lot of problems managing your life. You'll be the person people look at and go, hey, we can't have Bill around because whenever somebody says something about Bill, Bill shuts down. He starts throwing yogurt across the office. I don't know, right? But the idea is things happen because you can't control yourself because you get offended. You have to be confident with who you are and be real difficult to offend, to be able to solidify and stabilize you so you show up confidently and people go, oh, okay. When you're confident, it's easier to be around you. Number 4 is be firm with what you believe and don't be afraid to say no. Right? Sometimes we're afraid of saying no and people look, they're not like us and I can't follow through and I won't be like, we want to be desired. When I say no, people think like, oh, you don't desire me. It has nothing to do with that. It's just that I don't have time for what your yes is. I've already said yes to parts of my life. And if I then have to say no to this by saying yes to your thing, I'm going to feel less than. The only reason we do it is because we don't know what we're saying yes to, not very confident in who we are, or at the end of the day, we want to make you happy because your acceptance of me makes me feel good emotionally. And that should not base your level of feeling inside. So be okay knowing who you are and saying no to things without feelings of repercussions of somebody not liking you, right? Not a thing to worry about. In some aspects, right? Spouses, family, friends, yes. But the rest of the world, absolutely not, right? The number 5 is be grateful for what you have. If you think about it, sometimes we don't realize the emotions that we're living with every single day are the things that allow us to show up in the world. And if I show up in the world and I'm not grateful, and I feel like I'm missing something or I lack something, I feel less than. And that energy doesn't allow me to act boldly in the world. If I don't act boldly, then I don't get bold outcomes, which is the things that we are trying to create in life. And so just being grateful, going, you know what? I have my health, I have my spouse, I have my boyfriend, girlfriend, I have my kids, I have my family, right? Just being grateful goes, you know what? I'm going to go into the world. I'm already filled. I already passed the level. The rest of the days are bonus rounds. I feel good. I'm fulfilled. I'm grateful. The next things I get, they just add to the whole pie, right? That's what we're trying to get. So those are your top 5 ways to have emotional intelligence in life.